Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now today's video is going to be yet another episode of Thrift Store and Garage Sale Finds. If you guys saw my $20 i7 PC video, that was the most recent episode of Thrift Store and Garage Sale Finds that I did, which is about 2 videos, so about a week ago is when that I made that video, and I was actually out garage sailing and actually thrifting today. All of this stuff I actually found today. Which is definitely very cool, and there isn't as much stuff in this video that I'm going to showcase that I usually would. This is going to kind of be like a little mini episode or a micro episode, whatever that you want to call it. So it's not, it's probably going to be a lot shorter. There's not going to be that much stuff to talk about, but I've got 3 items here that I pretty much picked up for the sole purpose of making videos on the majority of this stuff. So let's just go ahead and, from smallest to largest, let's go ahead and take a look at what I ended up picking up today. So the very first item, let's just go ahead and bring it on camera here so I can show you what it is. It's a copy of Mario Teaches Typing by Interplay Productions on CD-ROM, complete with the manual as well. This is something that I haven't actually owned this before, but I have seen videos on YouTube of people that have actually, tried this out and kind of share their experience with it. And let's go ahead and kind of open it here to show you what we have inside here. But this is I don't know if you would call it a game or more like a, learning utility. It's probably like a mixture between a game and, a educational. Probably you would consider this edutainment, where it's kind of very entertaining, but the sole meaning behind it and kind of the sole purpose is to teach you typing, so something educational. But this is it right here, Mario Teaches Typing by Interplay Productions on CD-ROM. But yeah, as I said, I never actually owned this before, but when I saw this, I think it was like $2 or $3, and I was just like, you know what, this could be a pretty cool video. This is from 1995. That's the copyright date down here. I go ahead and bring that up and show you. 1995 Interplay Productions. It's got, everything was properly licensed from Nintendo of America. This disc actually is in pretty decent shape. There's not really that many scratches. There's not really any scratches at all on it, so that's definitely really cool. But yeah, Mario Teaches Typing. What I kind of thought we could do with this is just make a little video. I could probably utilize the $5.98 PC that I've used in many videos on this channel. If you guys are a regular viewer or a subscriber of mine, you probably know a lot about that machine. I just kind of thought it would be cool to kind of showcase this in a dedicated video. If you guys want to see that, definitely be sure to let me know, as I would definitely be interested in doing that. But let's go ahead and take a brief look at the manual here. So this is version 1, by the way. They did have a second version that they created. This is the original version right here, and here's the manual. It kind of tells you obviously a little bit about the game or the tool, whatever you want to call it. This one is definitely geared more towards the younger audience, so really young people who are just getting into using computers, how to actually type on them. And obviously the company Interplay thought, what better way to appeal to young kids than using the Super Mario characters. So that's definitely what I thought that they were going for with this here. This is also one of the very few games that features Mario characters that was released for the computer, that was released for the PC platform, that was not on console. So it obviously tells you how to install it, the system requirements. We need to have a 386SX or better computer with a 580K of base RAM. So the 98 PC definitely exceeds these expectations, but it is the most period specific computer that I have that's closest to the time that this came out. We've got some very interesting graphics here. This kind of reminds me of Mario 64. You know how like the title screen, how you got like that 3D Mario? This kind of looks like that to me. And this was about a year before, or around the time that Super Mario 64 came out. But kind of around this whole instruction book that we've got, Mario characters like Peach. Mario was on the first page. Looks like we've got some platforming going on here. So yeah, I'm not going to get into this in this video. Obviously, this is just kind of a thrift store finds video, kind of showing you guys what I got. But I will definitely, if you guys want me to, take a look at this in a future video. So if you guys want to see that, be sure to let me know. But that is Mario Teaches Typing. Let's go ahead and set that aside here. We'll move on to the next computer-related item as well. This actually came from a thrift store. The other two items came from actually the same garage sale, but this one right here came from a thrift store, and I don't know if I'm going to open this because it is sealed, but I'll go ahead and just show it to you guys anyway. This is an IBM Active Scroll mouse. This was also about $3, and I thought it's sealed. This could be something cool to put on a shelf, maybe next to my Model M keyboard. So I was like, yeah, I just pretty much had to have it for that price. It was an insanely good price for this mouse. But this is the black version. They did have a white or a beige version of this mouse as well. But this was released in the mid-90s. I believe the copyright date is of 95. So this was back when IBM actually made hardware, which they don't really do much of anymore, at least in the terms of consumer computing. They kind of exited that industry a while ago. So it's got like a million different languages here of how to use the programmable button. So yeah, like I said, I don't know if this is going to be a future video. This may just end up going on my shelf because it is sealed, and I may want to keep it that way, but I may decide to do something on this in the future, kind of like a unboxing, and maybe hooking this up to the 98 PC as well, and kind of experiencing that whole thing on camera with you guys. So yeah, that's the IBM Active Scroll mouse, and we'll go ahead and set that aside with Mario Teaches Typing as well. Now this last item here is definitely the largest item, and something that I am definitely going to be making a video on in the near future as well. And we'll just go ahead and bring that in here, and I can show you what that is. You can probably tell from the title, but yeah, it's an Apple TV first generation. This was found at actually the same garage sale that I found Mario Teaches Typing at, and I paid about, I think the total for the Apple TV and Mario Teaches Typing was about $10, so I think this one was about $8, and the Mario Teaches Typing was about $2 or $3, so yeah, definitely really cool, pretty decent price for this thing, and I don't know if it works, but for that price I was kind of willing to take a gamble on it. But the Apple TV nowadays is obviously a streaming box, but back when the very first Apple TV came out, it actually had a hard drive in this thing that would store all of your movies and your TV shows that you wanted to watch, and you would just kind of sync them with your iTunes library. This was released in 2008, I believe is the copyright date on here. Yeah, 2008, and it gives you the system specs right here. So you obviously need to have a iTunes library. You need to have either a Mac computer or a Windows PC. It says for the for the Windows side of things, we need to have at least XP Home or Pro, SP2, or 32-bit edition of Windows Vista, and you need iTunes 7.6 or later. I don't even know if this thing will work with the latest version of iTunes, but that is definitely something that I'd be interested in seeing. So go ahead on the side here and read a little bit more about it. So use 802.11 Wi-Fi to join your home network and connect to the internet. Connect your TV and home theater via HDMI, component, video, analog, audio, and optical audio. On the back here, it kind of tells you what you can do with it. You can watch HD movies, HD TV shows, YouTube videos, music, photos, and more. And it kind of has the whole thing set up. What's very interesting about this, and it's something I'm definitely going to be looking into, is let's go ahead and take this out here. Is due to the fact that that this runs a very slimmed down version of Mac OS X, you can actually install a Linux, or I guess multiple different Linux distributions on this. I believe there was even a way to get the full version of Mac OS X Tiger on this as well, which is I believe what this software is based on. It's based on OS X Tiger or Leopard. So I'm definitely going to be looking into doing that as well, and I'm probably going to be doing a video on that if I can figure out how to do it. But this unfortunately didn't come with everything. The only thing that it came with is the Apple TV itself. There is no Apple remote in here. You can see that it's missing, but we'll go ahead and take the actual Apple TV out. It did also come with the setup guide, so that's in here. It came with whatever this is. I believe this may have actually been a driver disc or something, because it is like a CD. Oh no, this is probably just what contained all of the manuals and everything. They still kept that little piece of plastic, or whatever you want to call it, envelope. Here's the important product information guide for the Apple TV. We'll go ahead and just set that aside. But yeah, that's basically all it came with, is, you know, the standard literature that you get and the Apple TV itself. Here it is, the Apple TV. On the back here is, you know, your port selection, which is much larger than the port selection on a newer Apple product today. We've got your power port over here, USB, Ethernet, HDMI, component video, audio, and optical audio right there. So I will definitely be, you know, as I said, doing a video at least on, you know, exploring the Apple TV. That's something that I could definitely do if this thing works. You know, we'll kind of be seeing in that video if it works and hooking up to my TV here and seeing what is on this, if anything. And like I said, if I can figure it out, I will definitely do a follow-up video to that on trying to actually get a distro of Linux, or maybe even the full-fledged version of macOS 10 Tiger on this. But that is pretty much going to go ahead and wrap it up for this little mini episode of Thrift Store and Garage Sale Finds. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to get subscribed down below and turn on notifications if you haven't already by clicking that bell to get notified whenever I upload new videos on this channel in the near future, which I do every single week. And be sure to drop me a comment letting me know what you think of these finds, what videos that you want to see on these, you know, products here. And also be sure to let me know cool stories of things that you guys have found at thrift store and garage sales in your area. I've definitely been seeing a lot of those comments as well. It's very awesome to, you know, kind of see the stuff that people can find out there. And as always, guys, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.